Have you ever noticed how your self-worth doesn't suddenly disappear, but slowly wears down over time? Not because of one big mistake, not because something awful happened, but because of the small, everyday ways you treat yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the pressure you put on yourself, and the needs you keep pushing aside. Maybe you wake up already judging yourself. Maybe you push through the day even when you are tired and then feel guilty for needing rest. Maybe you say yes when you really want to say no, or maybe you constantly compare yourself to others and feel like you are somehow falling behind. If any of this feels familiar, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not weak and you are not failing at life. You are experiencing something that psychology understands very well and something many people quietly struggle with every day. I'm Renata Karlinskaite, a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and I help people reprogram their mind for healthy self-worth and self-esteem from the inside out. And today I want to show you how to stop draining your self-worth on a daily basis, not through fake positivity or forcing confidence, but through a grounded, science-backed approach based on studies in self-compassion, nerve system regulation, and belief formation. And at the end of this video, I will share a free guided self-esteem module you can download, especially if you have been feeling emotionally depleted, self-critical, or disconnected from your own worth lately. You will find the link in the description below. Self-worth is not just a belief, it's a felt sense of safety and value inside the nerve system. Research in affective neuroscience shows that our sense of worth is closely linked to how safe, accepted, and emotionally regulated we feel, not how successful or productive we are. This means your self-worth gets drained not because you are failing, but because your nerve system is under chronic emotional pressure. Common daily self-worth drains include constant self-criticism, overworking to earn rest or value, ignoring emotional or physical needs, people-pleasing and weak boundaries, comparing yourself to others, and living in a constant state of not enough. Each of these patterns triggers small but repeated stress response in the brain, and when this happens day after day, that ongoing stress teaches your nerve system a quiet but powerful message. I'm only worthy when I perform, please, or prove myself. This isn't a mindset problem, and it's not something you are choosing. It's a learned survival pattern, a way your mind and nerve system adapted to keep you safe in the past. But the important part is this. With the right support and repeated experiences of safety, this pattern can be gently updated and reshaped. So, let's start with shift one, which is about recognizing the hidden habits that erode your self-worth. Most people think self-worth is damaged by big life events, but research in psychology and neuroscience shows it's more often shaped by micro moments, the small ways you respond to yourself throughout the day. Every time you say, I shouldn't feel this way, others handle this better than me, I'll rest once I have done more, or it's my fault I feel like this, your brain registers emotional threat. Neuroscience shows that repeated self-invalidation activates the same brain regions associated with social rejection. So even when no one else is criticizing you, your nerve system feels under attack. The first step is awareness without judgment. Instead of trying to fix yourself, begin noticing where you abandoned yourself during the day, where you push instead of listen, and where you speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. This awareness alone starts reducing self-worth drain because compassion deactivates threat. A grounding sentence you can use is, this moment doesn't define my worth. Say it quietly and let your nerve system Hear it. Now let's move into shift 2, which is about stopping the habit of earning your worth and starting to regulate safety instead. One of the biggest myths about self-worth is that you have to earn it by doing more, being better, or proving yourself. Psychological research shows the opposite. Self-worth stabilizes when the nervous system experiences emotional safety, not constant self-improvement pressure. If your worth feels fragile, it's often because your system is stuck in hyper-responsibility, hyper-vigilance, and emotional self-abandonment. To interrupt this pattern, we stop fighting the inner critic and start calming the emotional brain. Instead of arguing with negative thoughts, try responding with, I don't need to fix myself right now. I need to feel safe. Studies on self-compassion show that this kind of internal reassurance reduces cortisol, quiets the amygdala, the part of the brain that signals emotional threat, and restores access to the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for clarity, perspective, and balanced self-belief. From this calmer state, self-worth begins to restore naturally. If you would like support with this process, I have created a free guided self-esteem audio designed to calm self-criticism, restore inner safety, and gently rebuild self-worth. You will find a link in the description below. And now we come to shift 3, which is about building self-worth through daily self-respect. Self-worth doesn't grow through grand gestures or big breakthroughs. It grows through small, consistent acts that show your nervous system, I matter. Psychology refers to this as identity reinforcement. Your brain updates its beliefs about who you are based on repeated actions. Each time you rest without guilt, set a small boundary, speak kindly to yourself, follow through on a promise, or allow yourself to be human, you send your nervous system a powerful signal, I matter, even when I am imperfect. These actions may seem small, but to your subconscious mind, they are proof. Proof that you are not longer abandoning yourself. Proof that your worth isn't conditional. Prove that you are becoming someone you can rely on. This is how self-worth stops draining and starts stabilizing. If you have been feeling emotionally tired, if your self-worth feels fragile or worn down, or if you have been carrying the belief that you are never quite enough, please hear this. Your worth has not disappeared. It has been overextended, overworked, and underprotected, and now it's asking for care, not criticism. So let me ask you this. What is one small way you can respect yourself today? Not just to improve yourself, but to honor yourself. Hold that question gently, because every moment of self-respect is a moment your worth begins to return. If you would like help rebuilding self-worth from the inside out, download the free self-esteem audio in the description. And if you feel ready to go deeper, to reprogram the beliefs that keep draining your self-worth, you can explore my digital course with Hypnosis, the hidden secret to healthy self-esteem. If this video supported you, please subscribe and share it with someone who may be quietly struggling with their self-worth. You are not broken. You are learning how to stop abandoning yourself, and that really matters.